I'm Tony Quiroga. I'm a senior editor at Car and Driver, and I'm here to answer your Instagram questions on the 2019 BMW 330i xDrive. We asked our Instagram followers if they had any questions about the new BMW 3 Series. Jose Luis Carreno 88 said, engine. It's up to 255 horsepower, has 7 more horsepower this year, and it has 295 pound-feet of torque. How does it sound? It sounds like it did in the last 3 Series. This engine is somewhat of a carryover. It does have 7 more horsepower this time around, and the sound does play through the speakers. It gets a little bit louder when you have it in sport mode versus comfort mode. Manual transmission, nope, they're all 8-speed automatics for the United States. That's the 330i and the M340i will both get 8-speed automatics. We fully expect the M3 and M4, when those come out, to have or to offer a manual transmission. 0 to 60, our test car was a 330i xDrive, and it did 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. Does it have launch control? Yes, it does. It's not a launch control like a dual clutch gearbox. Basically, you hold your left foot against the brake, your right foot against the accelerator in sport mode, and it says launch control activated, but basically it just raises the revs to 3 grand, just like brake torquing any other car. No more run flat tires, please. It does have run flat tires. There is a track handling option, track handling package option that gets rid of the run flat tires for a summer performance tire that is not a run flat. Let's see here. Rear legroom. The car is 1.6 inches longer in wheelbase, but the rear legroom is just up by a fraction of an inch. It feels pretty much like the old car in the back seat. Let's see, what other questions do we have here? Technical specs. Spare tire. You can get a spare tire. It's an option in certain versions of it. Our car did not have a spare tire. It had a battery where the spare tire would live. Sound system. Our car had a $875 optional Harman Kardon stereo with 464 watts and 16 speakers, including, oddly, 9 tweeters, I think 5 mid-range, and 2 bass speakers under the seats. Did I get that right? 9 tweeter, 5 mid-range, 2 bass speakers. Yep. But to get the Harman Kardon stereo, although it does cost $875, to get the Harman Kardon stereo, you do have to opt for 2 other packages. One of which costs $2,800 and the other one costs $1,600. Questions. Burnouts. Not on our xDrive car, nope. The top, and is there a sunroof? Yes, there is a sunroof. I didn't even look up for that one, is that okay? Oh, I forgot to read their names. Oh, thanks, Michael, for the note. 4_J asks, is there any cheap plastic? There's some hard plastic on the center tunnel. Our M Sport package car comes with a Sensitac dashboard cover, which is a vinyl covering, which did not look like leather at all. Sad_UCID asked revs. If that means what's the red line? The red line is 6,500 RPM, which is also the power peak, but it will let you rev it all the way out to 6,900, and in sport mode, if you're accelerating hard, it often shifts above the marked red line on the tachometer. Would you prefer this over the new 5? Different segments. I mean, closer to its $43,000 base price, the xDrive seems to make a lot more sense. Our test car had almost every option and was over $58,000. Costas Boston asked, well, he doesn't really ask anything. He just says M340, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. That car is coming. The 330 rear drive and the 330 xDrive are the first to arrive. The M340 comes this summer. I'll pretend like I'm reading it because I'm an actor. C_15 asks, price. The base price of the xDrive model is $43,245. That's with destination. The rear driver starts at $2,000 less. The nearly fully equipped car that we had with almost all the packages, although it didn't have track handling package, was over $58,000 though. Can you hear the rain?
I don't know, but if I can, at least.
That was me acting. Don't it up. Oh, this is a good name. Fantastic Mr. Pete asks, power seats. Yes, it does have power seats. If you get the M Sport package like the one on our car, you get 14-way power seats with lumbar. Somebody else asked about lumbar, or just said lumbar. So that answers that question. Frank F12. Frank F12 says gas cap lever. BMWs don't have gas cap a gas cap lever. They have a locking gas cap, which you just sort of push and then it opens. Jake Novotny 32 wonders about the steering wheel. The steering wheel with the M Sport package is a nice smallish diameter steering wheel. It has a beautiful leather covered airbag cover. Looks terrific, feels good, and it isn't as like comically thick as some of the M cars of the recent past. Where's the guy who asked where it was made? Ko Jaffet wonders about Apple CarPlay. It does have Apple CarPlay. It does not have Android Auto. 4_J wants to know what the top speed is. The top speed is 156.1. It's supposed to be governed at 155, but a lot of governors have a little bit of error in them, and this one happens to be governed at 156.1. I've responded to most of the Q&A ones, haven't I? Demo, I don't know. This guy wants to know about the car battery. Yes, it has a battery. It's in the trunk. It's under the floor, presumably to help the weight distribution. Stupid idiot wonders about drifting. Yeah, even though it is an xDrive, it will swing the tail out. What are you guys talking about with each other? GS.auto said, can you please follow me? Sure. Is that good? You want me to do it again? No? Should we do one where I say no? Yeah. GS, no. It's too funny. Fran Ricci wonders about the brakes. If you don't get the track handling package, the brakes on the front are single piston sliding calipers, and in the rear they are single piston sliding calipers as well. If you get the track handling package, which our car did not have, you get 4-piston calipers in the front. Brennan Jensen 06 wonders if it has wireless charging. Yes, wireless charging is a $500 option. It's just in front of the shifter, just in front of the 2 cup holders. There's a little slot to put your phone. The Nurch is wondering if the back seats fold down. Yes, they do fold down. That's standard. The release is in the trunk, and they go pretty far flat. I mean, they go pretty much flat. Parker Wren wonders about speakers. Yes, it has the Harman Kardon system, which has 16 speakers. What's the name?
A level 245.
A level 245?
A leg L 245.
A leg L 245?
It doesn't matter.
A legal. Oh, I see what you're saying. A legal 245? What? Wants to know what? Where is it made? It's made in Munich, Germany. Already answered that. I have answers to everything. I prepped. Marcel E. Riley says, Hofmeister KINK. It has a Hofmeister KINK. This one's a little different. The shape is similar, if not the same. When you open the door, there's still a black piece of trim that sort of meets up with the rest of the door. So when you open the door, the black piece of trim remains there, so you get a Hofmeister KINK there. When you close the door, it just matches up with the rest of the door. Bry Guy 22 wants to know about the head-up display. It has a head-up display. It's a nice one, multicolor. Jake 9678 says a Toyota engine. Jake, you're confused. Robbie Spiteri wonders about power folding mirrors. Our car did have power folding mirrors, and they can be set up to fold when you lock it. God, everyone's interested in the camera systems. Keep Rockin'. Pete Botkin wants me to find him a low mileage E90 for sale within 100 miles of my house. I don't know where you live, Pete Botkin. When you do different edits, I'm going to be like, the chair's going to move and clocks. How big is it? I'll pretend like I'm reading it. How big is it compared to the previous model? It's 2.9 inches longer, and the wheelbase is 1.6 inches longer. So it's just a tiny bit longer. Julie Granero wants to know about the fuel economy. Our 330i xDrive, its EPA numbers are 25 city, 34 highway for a combined 28. If you get the rear drive one, it's 26 city, 36 highway for a combined 30. Our as-tested number was 23 miles to the gallon, so we just came short of the 25. Odd Rambor says, come in a wagon, please, maybe, don't think so, tears. It does in Europe, but not in the United States. How do I close this out? How did Mike close this out? And then I just walk away. Ren's 3028 just commented nothing, and so I think we're out of questions now. Thanks for watching.